Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Well, LeBron James can't seem to find anyone who wants to be in Space Jam 2. That's the topic of this video. This is hilarious. So I originally saw this on a couple different sources, so let me just go over them one at a time. Number one is The Hollywood Reporter. Quote, why Warner Brothers hasn't found LeBron James Space Jam team yet. A few of the NBA's top stars may be on the sidelines for the sequel due to a rich sneaker contract rivalry. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. For the first time since 2005, LeBron James won't be heading to the NBA playoffs, and even off the court, the LA Lakers' stars bid for Hollywood domination appears to be hitting a small roadblock. Now, if you've been following LeBron James' career, he bounces around quite a bit. He was in Cleveland, then he went to Miami, then he went back to Cleveland, and then he went to LA. Many suspect he came to LA because of the entertainment business, and it has not worked out very well. So LeBron has not received much of a warm reception here in LA, mostly because the team had not done well at all. And LeBron had some behavioral issues. He was not even sitting with his team on the bench. He tried to get his whole team traded, and that fell through. And of course, they hated him afterwards, and they're not even making the playoffs. So it's pretty bad. And then recently, Magic Johnson stepped down. So that's that's not good. And to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps, as LeBron has tried to do his whole career, he has the number 23. Pretty much everything he does, he tries to be like Michael Jordan and better. So of course he's going to try to be in a Space Jam movie. I, from the very beginning, thought this was a terrible idea because when you think of Space Jam, you think of Michael Jordan, and anybody stepping into that is going to be just second best or a knockoff or a cheap imitation, regardless of how much money thrown into it. If I was LeBron, I would have tried to have gotten a cameo or be like a voice in the Spider-Man universe movie. I would have tried to do that. Or he could have been, an NBA Spider-Man. Like maybe the reason why he's such a great player is because he has spidey sense. He's got these like amazing arachnid abilities, which is why he can jump high and run fast and all this other stuff. But he's going for the cheap knockoff, which is Space Jam 2, and unlike Michael Jordan, he is not able to secure a supporting cast. So right now it's pretty much just him and Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. So it's more complicated than it seems, sources tell Hollywood Reporter, that fellow All-Stars Steph Curry, he'd be a great one, James Harden and Kevin Durant likely won't join James on the celluloid court, but that has more to do with the sneaker contracts and the film script. The latest version is being penned by Black Panther's Ryan Coogler and Search's Sev Ohanian. That right there is a good indicator. Ryan Coogler, Black Panther. I mean, Black Panther was a pretty good movie. I'd be up for that. And let's do with James' ability to enlist high-profile ballers. I don't really believe that. I don't believe that so much. See, I think that LeBron James has such a superiority complex. He has to be like the only amazing person in the movie. That's my take on it. And I think that the other stars, NBA stars, they're reading the script here, and their agents are reading it, and their managers, and they're like, "What the heck, dude? Like, you know, you're an amazing player." Steph Curry. Steph Curry doesn't want to look like an idiot in the movie. I can't blame him for that. James Harden doesn't want to look dumb. Kevin Durant doesn't want to, be playing second or third fiddle to LeBron James, and I can't, I can't blame him. Those guys could probably get their own Space Jam type movie easily. They have a huge fan base. So that's pretty funny. So right now, Space Jam is on ice, which is pretty much the reason why LeBron James even came out here. This is the reason why he was on a mediocre team, because the payoff was going to be Hollywood movies. Because this is his next move. His next move is piggybacking from one business into the movie business, kind of like how Arnold Schwarzenegger did with bodybuilding into the movies, how Dwayne Johnson from the WWE to the movies. Well, sports and entertainment is pretty much the same thing. Professional wrestling, you've got athletes competing to entertain the crowd. I mean, it's a fixed outcome, unlike sports is supposed to be, but you're still competing with your body to entertain people, and that's exactly what LeBron James is. He's an entertainer, and he's just going to transition into the next phase. and it is not working out too well. So let's go to another source that I love, and that is Barstool Sports right here. Love these guys. LeBron James is struggling to recruit players to be in Space Jam 2. LeBron James reportedly struggling to recruit top NBA players for Space Jam sequel. It says just months before he's set to start shooting the sequel to Space Jam, LeBron James is apparently having trouble getting top NBA players to join him for the project. ESPN's Brian Windhurst, a longtime James insider, told Rachel Nichols on Thursday's The Jump, that's original, that LeBron has been recruiting top guys to star in the follow-up to Michael Jordan's 1996 cult classic, but he's been unable to secure the commitments. You know what I think? I think it'd be really interesting if LeBron, rather than getting new players, he brings back the same players who were on the opposing team against Michael Jordan. So he gets Charles Barkley. He gets, what was it? Who were the other guys? It was Spud Webb? No, it wasn't Spud Webb. I don't know. It was like a super short guy that was like I can't even remember his name right now. But the super short point guard, he should get that. He should get everybody. He should get Larry Johnson. Everybody who's like way out of shape, and bring them back. And I don't know, it would just be funny, because it would be funny to have something from the original. And you know what, he has to have, in my opinion, you gotta almost have to have a cameo by Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. I mean, it would only make sense. Like, maybe they're on the golf course playing, and then Newman is there as well, and something happens, and they see a cartoon character, and they kind of look at each other and shake their head like, no, I didn't really see that. And then it cuts back to the rest of the Space Jam 2 movie. I don't know. That's the only thing that I think it could really work. But yeah, it goes on. LeBron is not too happy. And I know that when LeBron went out to Los Angeles, he decided that basketball would take a backseat to his Hollywood career, but to embarrassingly miss the playoffs in year one, maybe he should worry a little less about Space Jam's cast and a little more about his own supporting cast. That's true. If he would have been focusing more on his team, he'd be better off. Here's the supporting cast right here of the first one, and then here's the potential guys in the Space Jam 2 movie that is maybe never going to happen. I don't know. We will see. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Space Jam 2 is a great idea? Or do you think that, like a lot of other things in LeBron's career, he's just kind of taking the same thing that Michael Jordan did and just kind of like slapping his name on it? He's not really reinventing anything. He's not creating anything. He's just kind of piggybacking off of somebody else. Let me know what you think. Are you going to pay to see Space Jam 2? I'm interested in hearing. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.